Hey, Farhan here. Just finished 4 hours of salsa bachata classes here at my dance studio, but that's not why I'm so happy right now. I'm about to give you an offer of a lifetime. No bullshit. It's called Doc's Ultimate Package. Now, everything you need to know, what is in the product, how it's gonna benefit you, every little nuance I'm gonna give you in this video. Now, I can't cover all the details. Sometimes I forget stuff, so please forgive me. I will write it here in text in terms of like the captions of this video, and then also look at the page and read everything because I'm gonna write it in that too. So, Doc's Ultimate Package, what the hell is it? Every single product that I've ever made in my entire life, it's in Doc's Ultimate Package. Let's break it down. First and foremost, I wanna convey to you why I'm doing this. So if I read all the Facebook comments, the YouTube comments, the emails that we get, a lot of you are stuck, right? A lot of you are stuck in this game of how do I increase testosterone naturally? What do I exactly eat? What do I do for optimal hair health? What do I do for optimal sexual health, right? So things like erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, and even to the extent of gynecomastia. How do I get rid of man boobs, right? What is the ultimate diet for that? What is the ultimate exercise routine for that? How do I overcome pornography addiction, right? How do I overcome video game addiction? How do I overcome sugar addiction, right? There's all these little nuances of self-development that you wanna know. And you wanna know it from a scientific perspective, right? What does the science say? What are the specific mechanisms involved in all of these things? And Doc's Ultimate Package will give you all of that. Now let's break it down even further. One thing that I have to convey to you is that I would not be here. You know, the entire Doc Testosterone brand that we have today, it would not exist if it weren't for the fact that I am standing on the shoulders of giants. So if we're gonna make a product for you that we're offering today that is gonna get you unstuck from all those low-level energies, the low-level thinking, the low-level vibes, then it is not gonna be because of me. It's gonna be because of all the giants that have mentored me. So you look at Elliot Hulse, you look at all the fitness celebrities, right? Brandon Carter, Kino Body, you look at every single RSD instructor, right? You look at Glenn Ackerman, RSD Tyler's energy coach. You look at Michael Sartain, who taught me everything I need to know about how to do social circle friendships and relationships and authenticity. If you look at all of those giants, I'm standing on the shoulder of those giants. The mentorship that I've received over the last 4 years from all of them, I want to make sure that you get that mentorship. Now, how are you gonna do that? Well, Doc's Ultimate Package has what I call the Masterclass series. And the Lala calls it the Masterclass, right? Now, okay, so what is the fucking Masterclass, right? What is it? So what I did was, I recorded 12 videos. So one video with each of those mentors, with each of those masters, and I pinpointed and I asked them very specific things that are geared towards their strength, right? So when I did the interview with, let's say, RSD Julian, he had just finished his fitness transformation. So I went deep into that. Like, why the hell did he want to lose weight? What is this thing about looks don't matter? You know, why do you care about having a six-pack? Like, why do you care about being healthy? Why do you care about having a good energy and having that, that feeling that you can breathe properly? You know, why do you give a shit about all that? You know, I thought RSD was all about game and pickup and that shit. Well, RSD Julian tells you all that in the video that I did with him, right? Then you look at a guy like RSD Max, right? Things like NoFap, pornography addiction. You know, is porn good or bad? Right? And those little nuances, those little caveats, I pinpoint and I ask RSD Max specifically on what does he think about these topics? How do these opinions or these beliefs, how do they encourage, how do they impact his lifestyle? Right? Then we move on to a guy like Glenn Ackerman. Glenn Ackerman, now, you go on YouTube, you go on the internet, you're never gonna see an interview with this guy. I'm the only one who was fortunate enough to sit on a couch with him and get that interview with him. Glenn Ackerman is the guy who removes pain bodies out of RSD Tyler. RSD Tyler's been working with him for years, like more than 5 years now. And Glenn Ackerman sat down with me and told me all the little benefits of energy healing, of energy awareness when it comes to dating and pickup and being in the moment and being yourself and having an authentic relationship with a woman. So that's in the masterclass. Right now you look at a guy like Elliot Hulse. We have this concept of lover-provider. RSD teaches us things like, well, you have to be a lover, don't be a provider, right? And then Elliot Hulse comes in the picture and bitch slaps that a little bit and says, well, it's sort of true, but why not be both, right? So then we get into these nuances of masculinity that you're not necessarily just gonna get from following a fitness plan or reading a diet book. So Elliot gets into the details of that, and it took me days of continuous encouragement and being in the right place at the right time to get that interview with Elliot, because at that time I was no longer his director, right? I had doing my own Doc Testosterone stuff at the time, and Elliot wasn't even doing interviews at the time, and I don't think even now he's doing interviews with anyone. I don't think he's done an interview in a long time. So that was an interview that he did with me. He gave me that privilege to do that interview on the beach, and trust me, it was tough to get that interview with him, and you're gonna have access to that entire interview, right? Then you look at a guy like Kino Body, right? Why is he called Kino Body, right? What is this concept of intermittent fasting? Like, why does he do that? How does he get a ripped body? What are those little things in terms of encouragement, right? Why is he doing all that, right? I mean, dude, Kino Body's a good-looking guy. He's a model. Like, he can get girls. Like, why? What is his motivation for being healthy, for giving value to people? Like, what is that? What is that motivation? What is that encouragement? And Kino Body will get into the mechanisms of different things, like intermittent fasting, how to do it, how not to do it. All of those things are covered in his masterclass. Then we move on to a guy like RSD Madison. RSD Madison tells us the specific type of tea he drinks, right? Because he is the guy, I mean, I've known him for 14 years now. And RSD Madison's a guy who, he'll tell you very specific things in terms of if he's out at night, how does he have energy? Is he taking a protein bar at the club? Why is it that at 5 a.m. during debrief, RSD Madison is up and very energetic, whereas the students who are like sometimes 20 years younger than him, maybe not 20 years, 15 years, 12 years younger than him, I'm not saying he's super old, but, and he is still up and excited and enthusiastic, whereas the students get tired. Why is that, right? So he uncovers all those little nuances in his masterclass that we tape together, right? So we have all that. Then you look at a guy like Michael Sartain. How do you get 9s and 10s? When I asked RSD Tyler at my first ever boot camp and first ever hot seat, I asked him, how do you get 9s and 10s? He said, well, ask Michael Sartain, because he's the only guy who can get 9s and 10s consistently. So I asked Michael Sartain all of these little questions. What is social circle game? How do you get authentic relationships? What is this concept of mere exposure? What is this concept of how do you trigger in someone's mind that you are part of their tribe? How do you provide value to them, right? What do you do? What do you do if you don't have any practical skills? What can you do with your energy, with your positivity to provide that value? So, that is broken down in the Michael Sartain masterclass. Right, then you look at RSD Jeffy. That video is full of entertainment. We sat on the couch right after World Summit. We sat, right next to each other, and we break down things like sexual health in RSD Jeffy's video, right? Because Jeffy is, he's in his 40s now, and he does have that worry of low testosterone. He does have that worry of what is pornography addiction gonna do to him or do to his life. So we break that down with RSD Jeffy. And there's a lot of nuances in terms of how to boost testosterone, how to boost masculinity in all of these videos, right? Especially the one I did with RSD Max and RSD Jeffy. So that's there. Let's see what else. I wanna make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, this is the masterclass, right? Then we look at Brandon Carter. His was my favorite. Brandon Carter's is the best masterclass, because in that we're like doing like a high-speed chase almost. We're in the car, I'm driving him to the airport, so I'm in the back, we're getting, you know, filmed from the front seat, and there he breaks down things like what happened with his dad, right? So that gets very emotional. You know, what drives Brandon to do what he does, right? His background, you know, what was his upbringing? What made him become, you know, someone who was just like a sort of like a low-life personal trainer guy to this like very world famous fitness celebrity? How did he do all that, right? So we get into those nuances in terms of macros, you know, macronutrients. He breaks that stuff down as well. We get into what happened in college with him, you know, all the girls he was banging, and you know, how he's actually really scared of pickup, right? So we break all that down with Brandon Carter. So this entire masterclass, standing on the shoulders of giants, you will be able to stand on the shoulders of those giants just like I have been. So you get all of that, but that's not all. You get every masterclass that I ever create going into the future. Do you understand? The next masterclass that we create is gonna be with risk and decision making. It's gonna be, you know, masters like hedge fund managers, people who've switched careers. You know, they had jobs and they quit their jobs and became entrepreneurs. People who were entrepreneurs sold their company and became artists, right? People who took big risks, traveled the world, went to countries where they didn't even speak the language, right? They broke up with their girlfriend and started a new relationship. We get into all those big time risk takers and how do they make their decisions. So that entire masterclass that we're filming as we speak, you're gonna get that for free. The third product masterclass that I'm also filming right now, it's called Choice Architecture. It is, how do you configure your physical environment to make the right choices, right? So there we talk to people who are design ethicists. So people who've worked at Google and Apple, people who have the experience of designing technology, because what we see right now is the major problem in the youth today, and you might be one of these people, is that we are addicted to smartphones. We are addicted to different things that are behavior related, like video games, like pornography, right? We're addicted to these things. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we design our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, metaphysical. We want to design that environment so it is conducive to our success going into the future, right? So how do you sleep? How do you wake up? How do you walk? All those little things that are in our environment, I am making a masterclass interviewing all of those people, right? So programmers at high-tech companies, teachers, right? So teachers who design environments, like for example, let's say someone who is a professor of behavioral finance at Booth. Booth is a business school in Chicago. It's the University of Chicago Business School. There's a guy there named Richard Thaler, right? So we're gonna have an interview with him, for example. Then we might have an interview with Adam Alder, who wrote the book Irresistible, and that talks about how technology is irresistible. Then we have Sherry Turkle, who is an MIT professor who's been writing about smartphone addiction and computer addiction for 30 years, right? So we have all of these masters that we want to stand on the shoulders of next. So all of that, all those specific master classes will be given to you for free. Free included to you. It's a lifetime membership of masterclass for every masterclass I ever create. So you're gonna get all that. Now, that's not all. With Doc's Ultimate Package, you also get RIM, Reclaim Your Masculinity. Now, RIM is a product which covers every little detail on how to increase testosterone naturally. You get like tons of videos, like dozens of videos, okay? You get the specific meal prep. I literally show you how to prepare different meals to boost testosterone. I specifically show you with Mark Novak, by the way. Mark Novak used to be the lead trainer at Strength Camp for mobility, and he was a strength trainer as well, an Olympic weightlifting trainer. The guy's amazing. So Mark Novak and I filmed specific techniques on how to bench press, how to deadlift, how to squat, how to do an overhead press, how to do a bent over row, how to stretch before and after, how to do different mobility exercises so you can breathe properly. Mark and I did all of that, and that will be given to you for free with RIM. Not only that, we filmed me specifically preparing every single food that is in RIM, and you will get that meal prep. So going to the grocery store, what exactly to buy, how to buy it, how to cook it, okay? And then how to prepare it, how to do meal prep for the week so you don't waste time cooking every day. All of that, right? Like multiple screens, multiple angles. Like, it is a fucking high quality product, very, very high quality product that will be given to you as included in RIM. It's brilliant. That's also part of Doc's Ultimate Package, okay? Now we get into 5 bonuses. Now, instead of me telling you, and so this is already at 16 minutes, instead of me telling you every single of the 5 bonuses, I just want you to read on this page what they are. This page will include every single bonus, what the benefit of that bonus will be to you, and what exactly it has inside. All the different nuances inside those bonuses will be on this page. Now, as I'm making this video, if I forget something, because I tend to forget the little details, if that happens, then I'm just gonna write it in text format, in captions. Okay, so if I already wrote it and you didn't read it, go back and read that text so you can exactly know how Doc's Ultimate Package will benefit you, because I want you to know that, okay? So that's Doc's Ultimate Package we're bringing to you so you can get unstuck, so you can have one-on-one mentorship that I've had over the last 4 years, so you can have all the little details of how to boost testosterone naturally, how to improve your overall health and well-being, all the different scientific mechanisms of testosterone, of erections, of premature ejaculation, of sexual health, of hair health, of beard health, all the little things of how to lose weight, how to do intermittent fasting, what calories are, all those things will be explained in video after video after video in very, very high quality content. So that whole thing we are including in Doc's Ultimate Package, and I want you to get it ASAP. There's gonna be somewhere a button that you can click to obtain that package. Click on that button and get it right away. I'm very happy, very enthusiastic that we are offering this to you, every single thing in one product. And that's it. If you have any questions about this, email me. I'll be very, very happy to answer any questions you have, because I want you to take this and actually benefit from it and actually want it, right? We want to impact the world. We want to include this, and we want every single person in the world to have this Doc's Ultimate Package. That's it for this video. I'm gonna sign out here from Toronto. It's a beautiful day. You know, I'm here in a park. I love parks. They're my favorite places in the world. And that's what I wanted to say. Thanks very much. Thanks for listening. A lot of gratitude and a lot of humility from me, from our side, from our team to you. Thanks for staying with us, you know, for a while. If you're new to this, welcome. Very, very warm welcome from the Doc Testosterone family, from me, Farhan, from our whole team. Thank you. Have an amazing day, and get Doc's Ultimate Package as soon as you can. Ciao.